Hi, this is Cecelia from Tarot by Cecelia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of November 9th through November 15th, 2015. Wow, we have some really powerful energy coming in this week, and it is all good, let me tell you. Absolutely awesome. Now remember last week we had Mercury finally go over into Scorpio, okay? So we're going to see things this week being revealed, all right? Big revelations. Don't know what they are. Don't know what they're about. Just remember, okay, to go with the flow. Now, yesterday, Mars entered Libra. Same thing, Mars tends to be a little bit aggressive. Libra wants to weigh things out. Keep juggling. You still have that old and new thing going on, okay? Not everybody's totally to the new part. There's some things holding you back. So still juggling that two sides of your life, okay? Keep that in mind. But things are just going to go psh this week. It's crazy, all right? Now, coming up on the 11th, we also have a new moon in Scorpio. And this one feels so special to me, more so than any new moon in a really, really long time, whether it be eclipse or otherwise. And that is because this is the first new moon in Scorpio since 2011, where Saturn hasn't been messing with people. Yes. Very, very powerful, positive new moon coming up. I love this so much. At this time, you're able to engage in new commitments, all right? You're going to see the doors starting to open for them, all right? Now, I'm not necessarily talking about all of a sudden your love life explodes. I'm talking about relationships with people that you meet, just things as you're going along, okay? Because there's still so much more to be discovered. So when it comes to the old and the new, just keep working on dumping that old stuff, all right? Some of it's just emotional baggage at this point, and it needs to go, all right? Just say, I want no parts of it in my life, and try to leave it behind you. Even if there are still things that you need to deal with, they aren't things that you should be dwelling on every day, all right? Because they will stand in your way of reaching your goals. Now, I'm hoping that as I'm saying this, that some of your goals have changed, all right? There should have been realizations in the last, say, 9 months that are leading you to a new place. You started off way over here, then all of a sudden you're way over there, and you're going, a little bit different now, the way I'm thinking. So there's still some exploring going on with things that need to happen here. But I really do like this a lot. Now, plans. Plans are always a good thing to have. Me, I used to be a really, really big planner, and I was always 6 months ahead. I like it that way. Now, be very detailed with them, okay? Remember, plans and all, they involve communication. This is a Mercury thing, and Mercury's in Scorpio, so that's asking you to get deep down, get to the details, get to the truth, all right? Because it is time for doors to open, all right? It just really is. This new moon is bringing in new beginnings, new ideas, new things coming your way, and the universe is asking you to jump on in and go along for the ride, all right? Don't hold back. Don't have any fear. Just keep faith in what is. There are a few of you out there, I hate to say this, but I was just thinking about it a few minutes ago, who are too much clinging to the ideas of what you wanted in the past, all right? It did not work out. Let it go. It's time to take that leap of faith, all right? Catch up with the universe and let it show you where you're going. Because at this new moon, you can really begin to manifest things, all right? There is nothing wrong with abandoning something that was a hope or a dream. I think if you go back 8, 9, 10 years, you're going to find that there was something else that you let go and the timing wasn't right. And that is what's coming into play before you know it, all right? So keep that in mind, all right? Maybe a little time to think over the things of the past and say, where is it the universe really does want me to go? Was there someone that I knew? Was there someone that I should have had a relationship with, but I was not able to at the time. You know, these things happen, okay? These things happen. But also at this new moon, stop. Stop and smell the roses. Take a breather, okay? It's definitely a time of celebration, all right? Opportunities. Now, you know, I have to say something about this because for the last 3-4 weeks, we've been seeing opportunities, especially financial ones. So the news keeps coming every week of things that are taking place. Some are big, some are small. And you have to remember, this is not necessarily everything on a grand scale for everyone every day. But I have a feeling that this week the universe reveals a lot to you. And you're going to be very surprised. You're going to see that patience is leading you to a new path, okay? Now, the question is, do you rush in? I still think not. I think be an observer. I think it's time to just pay attention. Like you should be having your eye on that new path now and going, okay, you know, maybe this isn't so bad after all that all of these things happen, because look at what has happened instead. So rather than feel defeat over the past, you can begin to look at your options and say, actually, I feel victorious. I have made it this far, and I'm going to be fine. So, you know, the pain. Wow. I also feel, and this isn't necessarily for everyone out there, but I feel like there are betrayals that take place. See, it may be that they were already going on. You have to remember, we have that Mercury and Scorpio thing right now through the 20th, and, you know, communication takes on a different meaning here, all right? So I think be very careful, be very truthful, be very honest, but also people are digging deeper. And, you know, that search for the truth and that search to end the pain, just I see here a need for people to watch what they say. Too many of you contact me after the fact, all right? And if everybody wonders what I do all day, sometimes I spend a lot of time messaging people who are like, oh my God, Cecelia, is this going to be okay? And I'm like, well, you know what? First, we have to look at the fact that we've already had this conversation before. And there's a pattern taking place here, okay? So this is for this week. Now we have a new moon going on this week. Are you a little edgier around the moon? Stop and think about it, okay? Because sometimes some of you out there overreact toward others. You could have a situation over here bothering you, and you lash out at someone else who does not deserve it. And then the result of the argument that ensues is that I get a message from you saying, oh my God, what do I do now? You kind of have to stop and think about it and see the pattern every time this happens to you, okay? This is why I'm bringing it up, because I'm hoping to help more of you ahead of the fact instead of after, and you're needing to message me about something, okay? I shouldn't have to do relationship readings after there has been a fight. I'd like to do positive, beautiful relationship readings that say, yes, everything will be fine. But sometimes one party in the relationship may have a pattern of emotional difficulty with a new or a full moon, and they haven't realized it. And then they wonder why these arguments happen. So this is showing me this here, and I'm feeling the need to say it. And if you think about it and you think you're one of these people, then pay attention and do your best. You know, if you need to go off and be alone for a little bit, then do that. All right? Very important. And you will find that your relationship does much better in the long run. Now, more opportunity. Opportunity for change. It's like the universe keeps giving you small gifts each week. All right? And your knowledge also comes into play here, okay? Your mental intellect comes into play this week. And I remind everyone all the time that, you know, being down to earth and being your true self is so important, because right now the truth is really being spoken. and people are getting to the facts. So this is just really important. If you're always good with all of these things and good with yourself, then you get through this week with no issues. See, there is that other side to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you have to watch what you're doing, what you're saying, okay? All right. So they may as well all come in here and say little things along the way. I think there is some positivity in every day this week. And in some sense, with at least one issue that you have out there, there's a sense of freedom that comes in. A sense of freedom. The celebration may be more within, It may not be that you're out having a good old time with people, but it just might be how much better you are beginning to feel about yourself. I really, really like this. This is such a positive week. You just emanate compassion. And if you don't, think about it, because it's a wonderful way to be, all right? Be loving, be caring, be kind. There's so much clarity coming for you. And I really feel, even if they're small, there are some victories this week. There have been some stumbling blocks in the last 9 months. And I really think many of you are getting over them. It's like justice has finally been served, all right? And you can have that all right, because when you get that mental clarity, then you can start thinking about the next part of the journey, which is going to be a slow-moving one, but the universe is finally taking you to a much safer, calmer place, which you will find is a lot less depressing. Now, there are so many things going on out there. I'm pulling more cards now, okay, guys, because I know everyone asks me every week about this, and we're going to see what else there is to see about this week. Yeah. See, there have been a lot of hard times for people in different aspects of life. And there's finally, that fairness is coming in. I think this whole month, there was a lot more fairness and a lot more balance, at least in the first 3 weeks of the month. The last 10 days, we might have some other things coming up to talk about. But you're going to find that with a number of things in life, that some of the delays are gone. You've been held back for so long. That's what this is back over here in the beginning, is that sudden breaking out, okay? You are finally breaking out. It has taken time, but you're starting to feel, what is it that you're doing, okay? Are you finally getting that divorce filed? Are you getting a brand new job somewhere? Something that makes you feel better about you? Not just your income, but the way you're being treated. So many things. And I see that, none of this, as far as what's being rewarded, is without hard work, okay? But you have a new moon this week that I just, I started seeing it a month or so ago, and I was like, wow, this is the one. If there was ever a time to go out and wish upon a star and set intentions for the moon, this is it, because it's been several years in the making to get to this point. So most definitely get your ideas together, decide what it is you want to, have a discussion, about with the universe, and say, come on, let's get me past these hard times. Make sure you are realistic about it, okay? Because what you reap, you will sow. Real true mental clarity coming in this week, I'm telling you, and coming out on top like a rock star. I think I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that is a very powerful week and a very good one. I'm really liking this a lot. I want to thank you all for listening, and I want to tell everyone to have a great week out there. I always love all of the comments that come in, and looking forward to responding to everyone. I want to ask you to make sure you follow me wherever you can. Go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I do strive to get some of these videos out there early for you, as I know some of you have plans you need to make, and you might want to know what's going on a particular day or week. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to find them. All right, I want to thank you very much and take care. Have a great week.